Diamonds in the sky or diamonds on your hand or your neck or your wrist or wherever you want to put them, please welcome Jimmy the jeweler. Hello there, Jimmy. Oh my, okay, you know, it's funny because a lot of us, like when we go to get our teeth whitened, all we want is the whitest teeth we can get, right? These are the brightest teeth you can get. Smile, smile big right there. How many carats of diamonds do you have in your mouth?
Almost 10 carats in diamonds.
Almost 10 carats in diamonds.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's back up to how this all started. You're first generation Vietnamese.
Yes,
your
ma'am.
parents had to get out of Vietnam when Vietnam fell, and that was a tough battle for them to get here.
Yes, it was. They had to flee on the boat, and they went to Tibet for a year, living in the temples with the monks, and then they were in India for another year, living homeless on the streets, and then they were able to get refuge over here.
Yeah, all right. So we oftentimes hear people say around the world, if I can just get to America, the opportunities are in America. And those opportunities are here, but it doesn't mean that it's easy. Your parents had a tough go of it.
No, definitely. They tried to come back over here. They were like really known in Vietnam as musicians. When they came over here trying to do that, it didn't work as well as it did over there. But they did what they had to do to make themselves survive, and I was born, and so
yeah. All right, you are in Alief area. You
yes,
grew
ma'am.
up, and there are different influences, and so as we know, it's tough when we see our parents go through a tough time. Sometimes we don't know what to do. Right there, you are. Look at you. I love that. Yeah, every kid has the underwear picture, don't we? Yeah.
Right.
There you are as a little boy. But what kinds of influences were around you?
It was we lived in a minority area. Alief at the time was very small, so I had influences from everything. I was around pretty much everything. A lot of more negative than positive.
Yeah, you were known as Jimmy Boy on the streets, and at one point your nickname was Pillgates.
Yes, ma'am.
Because struggling to make a living, selling drugs was one of the ways you could do that.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, I had to do what I had to do to make it work, and some people, you know, you just try to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then you realize that that's probably not the life I should stay in.
Mm-hmm.
What convinced you of that?
The crazy thing was I was in and out of jail, prison, even federal charges, and it kind of like didn't even get cleared in my head until I actually had my daughter, and it was like my wake-up call of what I needed to do to make sure that I stay and give her the stability that she deserves.
All right, when you first saw that little girl, what was your thought?
The crazy thing is I never wanted a daughter.
Yeah.
So the whole time her mom was pregnant, we would go see the doctor, and they were like, we can't give you a 100% guarantee it's a girl. We don't know, but the way she's shaped, I mean, the way she's...
there was something missing that they thought maybe it might be a girl.
Not missing, but they were like, the way her body was moving, like the position she was in, they couldn't say if it was a male or female.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually know till she was born, and I dreaded it.
Why didn't you not want a girl at first?
You know, I went through a lot with my mother growing up. She wasn't around, and so I kind of had like a bitter feeling towards not women, but just like I didn't want to have a daughter. You know, I was like, I just want to have a son, and we could be like best friends.
But because of what you went through with your mom, you knew you wanted to be a good parent.
Yeah, and when my daughter was born, I made sure that I said like she would be the one female that would never leave me. And you know, because that's, I have the power.
You become the parent that you didn't have, or the parent that you wanted, right?
Exactly, yes ma'am.
Okay,
yes,
how did you get into jewelry? Which I can tell you how I got into jewelry when I was born.
I was, I was born with it. I came out with the chains, but
you came out with a grill and didn't even have teeth.
I was always infatuated with it, you know, especially in the lifestyle that I lived, you know, the fast life, you know, we like the diamonds, we like the jewelry and everything. So I kind of got into it with that because of the infatuation. At the same time, I looked at it like an investment. You know, I can buy it, you know, something happens to me later, I can sell it or whatever.
Yeah, all right. So we're looking at that's so pretty right there.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
That's very cool. And I'm the kind of person who like, I can justify buying anything. I could buy this because I'm going to put a picture of my son and I in it.
Perfect.
See, there you go. That you have to have it. Then,
I did
right?
the same thing.
Like I have a lot of crosses. Cause I'm like, this is for Jesus.
Like I don't love my son if I don't have it.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
Exactly.
That's right. All right, and you have all kinds of other pieces here. We know this
Yes,
beautiful pave work, which pave takes time. That is labor right there. You can get anything that your mind can come up with, as I mentioned before.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
that's got to be the fun side of doing jewelry, is that
Love
things
it.
are personalized and you get challenges, right?
Yeah, definitely. Challenges are the best part, and the best thing is being able to bring a idea or image that a client has to life.
Yeah.
You know, oversatisfying them with the look on their face when the execution is done and craftsmanship is done right.
Wow, bling bling. All right, so right over here we have a beautiful 2-carat diamond engagement ring, and this ring is special because what's going to happen with this?
Basically, we're giving this away to a military family or a military couple that is trying to get engaged.
All right. How do they find out about that?
Basically, so they can go on to my Instagram, which is JimmyXBOI. We have an email for them to contact to write in their story or why they should win the ring. And basically, the deadline is February 4th, and we'll run through everything and we'll announce the winner.
All right, that's going to be amazing. All
but
right.
I have a surprise too. We actually are going to have 2 winners.
Oh,
in this situation.
Okay. All right. So you love doing jewelry for anybody, no matter who they are, but you've done jewelry for a number of celebrities, Jenny McCarthy, Roddy Ricch, boxer Devin Haney, just all the Wahlberg brothers, Slim Thug, all kinds of folks that you've done either the grills or the necklaces and things for. You're partnered with the Iceman Nick.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody named Iceman, I'm like, okay, I'm in, right? Okay. And you're going to have a storefront at some point.
No, definitely. We're opening, right now we have a storefront, but I'm opening my flagship store, which is Done Right and Company, in the next 40 days to 45 days.
Wow, okay. Your book is called The 48 Laws of Hustle.
Yes, ma'am.
And just give us a couple of laws of hustle and what you mean by hustle.
The one law I like is...
Because it can have a negative connotation or a positive connotation.
No, definitely.
Right?
So, I always looked at the word hustle as, back in the day, do the hustle. So it's like this... Exactly, right?
See, look, I'm old enough to remember that hustle. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, see, I
So, I look at that as in, anything hardworking, anything that we overdrive ourselves to do. So one law is embrace the race. Sometimes we feel like we start later than others and we feel like it's not fair or maybe we won't make it. But, don't look at it like that. Just focus on your path and your road to success. And sometimes you'll surpass the people that started before you.
I was, in fact, in the green room just having a conversation with our hairstylist who works with a number of young ladies who are in the CPS system.
Yes, ma'am.
And he says, you can tell they're so angry and they're so hurt. Your advice to people who were born into a struggle?
Don't let your current situations or your past affect your future. Just because we come from a messed up situation doesn't mean that we can't change that path and make it better. And I'm proof. You know, literally.
And as we look at people who are in the street selling drugs and the whole bit, which I think drugs are some of the most evil things that can happen to human beings. But when you look at somebody like you said, I had no choice, or felt like you had no choice. The more opportunities we put out there for people, I'm got to guess that making the right decision, we got to make it easier for them to make the right decision.
I feel like the game always starts with your brain, and the number one key for me especially, I was doing what I needed to do to get out of the situation, and I think nowadays a lot of people get stuck or they feel like they're stuck in that situation and they keep repeating themselves in like a cycle. It's kind of like they call the rat race. And the number one key is getting your mental self out of it, which I call like psychological slavery. And it's like getting your mind out of the situation to understand that, hey, it's about progressing and getting out of what we need to get out of.
Yeah, okay. Your daughter, like, what does she get for like birthday presents? Because I'm like, this is amazing.
Crazy. It's crazy.
I would imagine.
But definitely, it's not two things. I'm blessed that she's very humble. And I guess being exposed to all this, she doesn't want it. She hates a lot of it. So.
Oh, does she? She hates it?
Yeah.
She's like,
she hates the name brand stuff. She hates, I buy her a lot of jewelry. She just doesn't like to wear it. She likes to be simple and just to live her life.
I'm gonna help you out with that.
Yeah.
Because I will wear it for you.
No
and
problem.
For her. Yes,
no
I will
problem.
go ahead and wear it. Yeah, this is, and it's amazing when you make jewelry. What it is a piece of art. There's all the machine-made stuff, but then there's when somebody sits down behind a bench and puts together your vision. That's a piece to be valued. That's what you hand down to future family members.
Yes, no, definitely. I love it.
All right. Thank you so much, Jimmy the Jeweler. You can purchase a copy of Jimmy the Jeweler's book, 48 Laws of Hustle, at Barnes & Noble or Amazon. And for more information on Jimmy and his jewels, we have a link on greatdayhouston.com. I suppose you want this bag.
No, it's okay. You can have it.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah.